Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Just past the channel, to be honest. 87, nearly 88,000 subscribers. Ali Tabrizi is the name of the channel. Possibly a Jew. He's slandering the Muslims here, but well, not really. The Muslims have slandered themselves in many ways. In many ways, yeah. So as we know in Britain here, we couldn't have been taken over by the Muslims. Anybody in Britain, especially down south, will probably have noticed this. Being helped primarily by the government and the councils and the left wing there. And yeah, we've mentioned before once or twice on the channel, and anyone in the vicinity will probably notice this as well. But yeah, the Muslims are systematically ruining the world and Britain at the moment. Anything with a B, as we've mentioned there, Blackburn, Birmingham, Bradford, Bournemouth, anything with a B is ruined now in Britain. It looks a lot like this here as well. Again, similar scenes to Bangladesh and Pakistan, as we've seen there. Yeah, scruffy bastards, as we know, just ruin everywhere they go with rubbish. Birmingham, yet again, proof. Everywhere they go, they ruin it. That's just basically the crack with the Muslims. They ruin everywhere they go. Yeah, that's the size of it. To be honest, there's no two ways about it. The proof is evident everywhere you look. Go to anywhere in Britain that begins with a B, and it has been ruined by the Muslims. Yeah, and here we have a picture of Mecca. They've ruined that as well, by the looks of it. And that's the holy place. That's the holy place, apparently. So they've ruined the holy place. They've ruined Britain. They've ruined fucking. They've ruined everywhere they've went. To be honest, that's generally what they do. They ruin it all. So there they are at the Mecca, the Black Rock again. Black Rock again. These people have got it wrong yet again here. That isn't the Black Rock. The Black Rock's up the north there again. You can't have your own Black Rock and just say that it's fucking it's the crack. You know what I mean? Like no. No, that's not the real Black Rock. So yeah, let's thought we'd have a lot listen to this and just again all joking aside, the Muslims are ruining Britain systematically. Everything with a B is ruined. C, they're well on to C now. Everything with C is being ruined as we speak. And here is a perfect example of why Britain will be ruined. Is kind of the message here. So yeah, we'll have a look at this and watch the Muslims ruin everything they touch. Hold on.
What else do we see from the Holy Land of Mecca but just an ocean of trash everywhere? Look at this stuff.
Yeah, that looks a lot like Birmingham, and just for the record, there.
Look at this stuff. It's everywhere. This is supposedly the holiest place on earth.
So apparently the crack is on the Islamophobia law now. We're not allowed to criticize to criticize Islam apparently in Britain now because obviously we're being taken over by Islam there. So we'll just call them all scruffy bastards. To be honest, again, we're not really criticizing Islam. We're more picking on individuals, and you're all scruffy bastards. And the proof of it's Birmingham. The proof of it's Birmingham here, and Mecca, and Bradford, and fucking Bolton, and fucking Blackburn, and anything with a B is proof that you are all scruffy bastards. Bangladesh there, Pakistan. You've jumped forward with the Pakistan, obviously, but Bangladesh, you've ruined that, so well done there. So let's have a look at what they've done to Mecca.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. I hope you've all been keeping well. In today's episode of What on Earth is Going On in the World, we're going to be taking a closer look at Mecca in Saudi Arabia, because my goodness, is this place dark. This is the holiest place within Islam, and it's not an option to go there as a Muslim. You have to go at some point in your life to Mecca. And what goes on at Mecca, you may ask? Well, let's show you. So,
wait and see this. I mean, wait and see this. As well, just the name of the video. The grotesque reality of Mecca. Men rubbing their genitals against child pilgrims. World silent. Yeah. I'll say that again. I mean, no one will be surprised here. No one will be surprised at all. Men rubbing their genitals against child pilgrims. Right. So no one will be shocked by that headline. I tell you now. So these are the scenes of grown men here, men 40, 30-year-old grown men, clambering and sweating and all just to get a touch of that black rock in the middle there that means absolutely nothing at all. That isn't the Black Rock Muslims. You've got that wrong as well. That isn't the Black Rock. So you fucked that up as well, to be honest. Again, this is what happens when you believe everything you're told here. Again, this prophet in a cave and fucking all a load of bollocks. All a load of bollocks, to be honest. So yeah, the wrong Black Rock, fucking clambering over each other in a sweaty mess. They're fucking touching children up as usual. That's pretty much what goes on here. So yeah, yet again, I can't wait for Islamic Britain in the near future here. It's going to be one hell of a show. I mean, fuck me. So yeah, let's see the scenes here of the sweaty men.
These are the kinds of scenes that are surfacing all across the internet, mostly on X, showing you the kind of true face of what goes down. It's like pandemonium. This is like a scene from hell. Just all these people selfishly trying to...
that's a woman, by the way, that he's pushing down there.
Get their turn at kissing the black stone. And the screams, the tramplings underfoot, people die in their hundreds here, as I'm about to show you. And women especially have a very, very hard time here, as you can imagine. And
she's getting groped.
We're seeing huge numbers of sexual harassment cases happening here. So, for example, here's just a small list of them, but a Pakistani woman said that while circling the Kaaba, a man grabbed her butt and repeatedly while smiling at her. Imagine how creepy that is. A British Muslim pilgrim, who's a woman, described men rubbing their erectors against her in the crowd and grabbing her body during the ritual. Wow.
Of course, because that's what these people are like, you know what I mean? I mean, for fuck's sake. Let's just be honest about it for a while here. Yeah, again, fucking scruffy Muslims, innit? Scruffy Muslims.
An Indonesian girl who's only 17 said that a man pressed his against her during tawaf, which is like the whole circling around the Kaaba thing, and she was harassed later in her hotel. Now get this, a 10-year-old Pakistani girl reported being during tawaf and later assaulted by a bus conductor during the pilgrimage. Many women said police ignored their complaints. Surprise, surprise, in an Islamic country.
Yeah, I mean, they've got no respect for women, do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, if we're gonna get biblical here, then there's the whole, the story of the man and the woman, Adam and Eve here, right? And Eve was made for Adam and was made to be subservient to Adam, but I think they take it a bit far, do you know what I mean? Like, just because you're supposed to be subservient in a way, I don't think that means that you can, like, rape the shit out of everybody and just touch them up and fucking beat them and fucking tie them and subdue them and make them wear ridiculous fucking Star Wars outfits. I think you've took it a bit far, to be honest. You know what I mean? You can still have an air of dominance, but be respectful in many ways. Do you know what I mean? So, and again, I think it means within the relationship, not as a woman as a whole across the entire globe, that you have the fucking right to fucking grope them and touch them up and rape them here. I think you've took the teachings a bit wrong there, to be honest. Yet again, not the real Black Rock. So you've got it all wrong, Muslims. You've absolutely got it all wrong here. And the one true God, who you don't believe in, you believe in some fictional character called Allah. The one true God is not. He's not for all this, by the way. So you'll find out in the end. Well, and it's not far away. So don't worry.
Or dismissed the assaults as unavoidable in dense crowds. Some victims even reported guards themselves behaving inappropriately. All right, so this should give you an insight into the Islamic world's attitudes towards women.
Like a boss.
Well, we've just discussed that, haven't we? They have no respect for women whatsoever. They're like animals. I've seen a bit of footage in the last couple of days there where one of the people, the alators, fucking fuck knows what to call them, was basically saying that women were no better than animals there and should be treated as such within the Islamic religion. So yeah, that's the crack again. But no, just because that's what you do, it doesn't mean you're right. You know what I mean? You may think you're right, but that's because your teachings are wrong. You know what I mean? So yet again, not the real Black Rock. So yeah, again, deadly stampede, killing hundreds of thousands here. We're seeing all them fucking cockroaches and rubbish at the start as well. Let's not get started on that. Yeah, I mean, this video is 26 minutes long here. We've only fucking got 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the bagwash. You know what I mean? There's a long line of bagwash to come here. They've probably ruined bagwash as well. That begins with a B.
Probably going to touch a little bit more on this in just a second, but just check this video clip out here. So this is actually a video clip of an old man, a father, being strangled to death by his son at the Kaaba in Mecca. Like, he's killing his father there. Because Islam has this belief that if you die at Mecca, you're going to go straight to heaven. Because, of course, within Islam, the understanding of salvation is a very, very strange one. Like, there's a few sure ways of making it into heaven, and I guess this is one of them.
Yeah, they're all fucking idiots, aren't they? But you do realise, I mean, this is how fucking dumb they all are. They're that dumb they can't realise they're idiots. You know what I mean? So killing your father will get you to heaven, will it? No, you've got the rules all wrong here, pal. You've got the rules all wrong. Again, not the real Black Rock.
And the other one is jihad, like blowing people up to get into heaven. And that's
that's probably why we're going to all get blown up in the near future as well here, because that's another way into heaven there. Fucking, I mean, you do realise that your heaven is hell. I mean, that's what you've been conned on this again. Not the real Black Rock. Should probably do your research instead of reading that nonsense, the Quran.
That's why we see all this kind of chaos and just darkness at supposedly the most holy site. Now, one of the other interesting things about Mecca is the stoning of the wall that represents Satan. So at Mecca, there is this wall, and many Muslims believe that Satan actually lives there. Like, Satan lives in Mecca. I can strangely believe that one.
Fucking idiots. This guy is a particular idiot. We've seen him.
And in this case, this man isn't just throwing stones at Satan. He's actually using an umbrella to pretend that he's shooting Satan with an automatic weapon, right? So this is like a kind of Hamas fighter throwing grenades using an umbrella. And this isn't a parody. Like, this guy's not joking. This would be blasphemous. You know, he's serious about this, right? This is
fucking morons.
This is like a genuine role play of how much he hates Satan, and so he's doing this with an umbrella.
He hates Satan, but they fucking blow people up and rape children here. You know what I mean? The Epstein files, the Satanists raping children there. Yeah. How have you managed to fuck this up so badly? You know what I mean? Like, how are you so dumb that you fucked this up so badly? Again, not the real Black Rock.
Just quite remarkable to see this kind of stuff. Now, in terms of the prayers that you'll hear on the loudspeakers at Mecca, what would you expect to hear? You know, help achieve world peace, help my father, help my mother. Let's try and save the world from all kinds of war and poverty and violence. Let's pray for our enemies. Let's pray for good.
Yeah, yeah. Look at it. Curse the Christians, the oppressors. Curse the Jews, the criminals. Right. We're not oppressors. I'll just tell you now. Just because you're fucking wrong and we're trying to tell you you're wrong, we're not really oppressing you. We're just trying to inform you of the truth here. Again, not the real Black Rock. We're just trying to inform you of the truth. You know what I mean? You clearly. You're throwing fucking. You're doing all this role play on the wall here, throwing shit at Satan. Yeah, you think blowing people up and murdering people will get you to heaven? You know what I mean? Again, you've got the teachings all wrong here. You know what I mean? That's not the way of it. I mean, your God's clearly Satan, and the black cube. Your God's clearly Satan, and you're worshipping Satan. Again, this is why you fiddle with children, and this is why you fucking blow people up. I mean, it's all the work of Satan here. Again, you stupid? You stupid? It's all the work of Satan, that. So, yeah, you're clearly worshipping Satan. And the deception's not even that good, to be honest. They've tried a lot harder for deceiving us than they have you. Shows a level of intelligence there. So, yeah, it's not even that good a deception, and you've all fell for it. So, well done on that. Well done on that. You're clearly worshipping Satan. You might as well just change Allah to Satan there. Same letters. Same amount of letters. So, yeah, and obviously the Jews, the criminals there. Yeah, I mean, the actual Jewish people, no, not at all. I mean, Benjamin Netanyahu and his crew and the Rothschilds, all them fuckers, yeah, every day of the week. Again, all the people are in the Epstein files. So, yeah, again, I mean, our leaders as well, but we've been sold out here. Again, there's a woman leading the Church of England here. That's all wrong. That's all absolutely wrong as well. So don't get me wrong, Muslims. Our religions are all fucking deception as well here. You know what I mean? But there's an ultimate truth somewhere along the line here, and both the Christians, the Jews, and the Muslims need to sort of seek it out. And yet again, it's not in the Quran, not the real Black Rock.
Good things. No, this is what you'll hear.
Curse the Christians. Well, I'll tell you what. Fuck Allah. You know, who the fuck is Allah? Have that back, you know what I mean? Fuck the Muslims. Who the fuck is Allah? There you go. Have it back, you know what I mean? It swings both ways, this door. It absolutely swings both ways. You can tell us to piss off, and we can tell you to piss off right back. So, again, not the real Black Rock. We haven't abandoned Islam. We didn't join your fucking bullshit religion in the first place. There you go. So, how do you get around that, Jan? You know what I mean? So, Allah, make them poor, make their life miserable. The lovely God you've got here. The lovely God. And murder them, possibly. You got to murder them. Fucking blow them up. Is that there? Hold on. Clothe them in clothes of misery and their garments of calamity, and make their life full of pain and misery. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely there. Again, the teachings of the Christians here, we're all about peace and love, and forgive your enemies. Absolutely forgive your enemies here. These people, not even particularly enemies with them, never met most Muslims here, but apparently we want garments of calamity here, and a life full of pain. So thank you very much there. A bit of misery as well. Might as well put the misery in. Well, we're doing all right. Again, we're doing all right. We live in Bagwash Central here. You are ruining Britain. So, I mean, it's coming along. It's absolutely coming along here. Well done. Well done there. So, yeah, the moves are being made here. Moves are being made. Garments are being made. Garments of calamity. We'll be putting them on shortly, I would imagine. And yeah, when we'll watch Britain get completely ruined, our lives will be full of pain and misery, primarily due to the Muslims. So it's gone well. The plan's gone quite well here for the Muslims, to be honest. But little do they know, it's the end of time here, and we'll have the last laugh here. We will absolutely have the last laugh. Don't worry about that. Don't absolutely worry about that. And he who laughs last, my Muslim friends, laughs longest.
فألبسهم حلل الشقاء وثياب البلاء وأغلال الألم والداء اللهم اجعل حياتهم
Let him die, misfortune and fucking death, tormenting death, let's ruin Britain.
حسرة وبلاء واجعل موتهم قهرا اللهم وعدك
Fulfill your promise and unleash the torment and pain on the Christian oppressors, upon the Jews, the criminals. Fuck off. I mean, you know what I mean? This, I mean, it's not the real Black Rock, again.
There you have it. Now, the people.
Yeah, let's make our own. Fuck the Muslims! Fuck the Muslims! They ruin everything. Christ is king. Christ is king. Let's just get that in there as well. That'll be a real dagger to the heart of the Black Rock crew here. The Christ is king here. You'll find that out in the end. It's real. It won't be that long, to be honest. Christ is king.
That are praying this kind of stuff are now flooding into Europe. I wonder what's going to happen. Now, what I also find...
It's going to be ruined, sir. Absolutely ruined. Anything with a B has already been ruined. Well on the sea now, and they've skipped ahead and got over. Pakistan's ruined, obviously. Bangladesh, that's got to be in there. So they've ruined quite a lot, and they are ruining Britain as we speak there. We set a few ambulances on fire a couple of days ago there, I seen, and fucking multiple children were stabbed in a Southport dance class there not long ago. We've had people beheaded, Ali Rigby beheaded there. We had London bombings, we had plenty of other attacks as well. I mean, the list's endless. The list is endless, and they don't pick up rubbish because they're all scruffy bastards. So that's another thing. That's absolutely another thing there. So let's get to the rubbish as well. Let's have a look at how scruffy the scruffy bastards can really be here, and let's see if we can break some records.
Find a little bit ironic and sad about all of this is that the prayers that they're describing in terms of, make them poor, make their life miserable, clothe them in misery and garments of calamity, make their life full of pain and misery, give them a tormenting death, misfortune. I mean, you're describing the Middle East. You're describing the Middle East. This is what Sharia law brings to a nation. It's all the things they're trying to pray for their enemies. Quite remarkable.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Well, don't bother, because the Muslims will ruin it, whatever you build. So cancel that. Cancel that. We can build anything, but there's no point anymore, because the Muslims will fucking ruin it. So base 44, I'm sorry, but there's no point. There's no point. Thanks for the offer, obviously. Thanks for the offer there, but given the light of the situation here and what we're witnessing, it'll only be ruined by the Muslims.
What else do we see from the Holy Land of Mecca but just an ocean of trash everywhere? Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. It's everywhere. This is supposedly the holiest place on earth. How would you go about treating the holiest place on earth? And there just seems to be a lack of connection between the spiritual world and the physical world.
Well, it's kind of what happens when you worship Satan.
There's a saying, show me the God you worship and I'll show you the kind of person you are.
Yep, exactly.
And this is what you see all over the Islamic world.
Your God's a scruffy bastard. That's what we've learned here. Your God's a scruffy bastard. So, yeah, your God's definitely Satan here. I mean, how you haven't figured that out is well, you keep reading that nonsense, the Quran. We've been through this again. There's a systematic path of stupidity here. That's how we've got where we're going. So, yeah, your God's a scruffy bastard, by the looks of it.
Well, unfortunately.
And your prophet was a paedophile, when we can pretty much prove that as well.
Just trash everywhere. Like, does no one know how to put stuff in the bins? And even, another thing, going back to the footage of all those pilgrims at Mecca, form a line. Have you ever heard of...
No, they don't know how to queue. Obviously, they're all foreign bastards here. They don't know how to queue. No, that's a British thing. That's ruined. They've ruined the queues as well. Obviously, it begins with a Q, but they've ruined it. They've absolutely ruined it.
Queuing. Have you ever heard of queuing? This is
Nope, they've never heard of queuing. They've never heard of a bin. They've never heard of rape. Yeah, that's a crime. Yeah, they've never heard of a lot of things. Yeah, it's probably yet again because they just read that stupid book, the Quran, and don't bother to read fucking anything else here. Some there's other things exist. That book was written quite a long time ago, to be honest. But no, we're just going to try and touch the black rock again, not the real black rock. So well done there.
maybe something that your enemies, the kuffar, could teach you so that hundreds of you don't fall to death underfoot, right? Check this out. So in 1994, a Hajj stampede caused 270 pilgrims to be killed, all right, during the ritual of stoning the devil. 270 Muslims died by their own feet. 1998, 118 deaths during the same ritual. In 2004, at least 251 people were killed and over 200 injured. In 2006, 363 pilgrims were killed in a crowd crush on the bridge, Jamarat Bridge.
Yeah, I mean, they kill their own. You know what I mean? They're absolutely murdering their own here to death here. There's like 1,000 people have just fucking died under the foot of other Muslims here. So you've got fucking no chance, to be honest. You know what I mean? You've got absolutely no chance. If you're a fucking Christian, a Jew, a Hindu, or fucking any other faith at all, because they don't particularly like any other faith. They make that quite evident there. So yeah, they do their own in, they rape their own. So I mean, this is what you've got to come to expect here, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, it's ultimate proof that these people will ruin Britain. Britain is being ruined. It will be ruined completely here. And this is what we're going to have to suffer in the near future. An absolute shit show full of stupid, scruffy wankers is about the size of it. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know about the rest of you here. That's what I'm seeing. Hold on.
These stampedes often occur during the stoning ritual when massive crowds converge simultaneously. Some survivors describe people trampled to death under piles of bodies, pilgrims suffocating in crushes, emergency services unable to reach victims. Okay, you'd think, right, since this entire thing with like circling the Kaaba is meant to be a demonstration of unity amongst the Ummah, the Muslim family, the Muslim brotherhood of nations. That they're there all together, all wearing the same white garments to show equality between all the Muslims. You've got old people, children, women, old men as well. You'd think that they might go about things a bit differently. That you might actually think that, hey, since this is something that is salvific in a sense, right? That doing this is seen as positive in the eyes of Allah. That you might actually say, hey, old lady, you go before me. Your life's more important than me. I'd rather you get into heaven first than me. That kind of altruism. You don't see it. You don't see it. It's just look at the thousands of people climbing all over each other to get to it themselves. And it reminds me of a story I heard about what hell was like when I was a kid. This idea that in hell, everyone walks around with a long spoon. And there's food around, but the spoons are too long to reach into their own mouths. And so as a result, people just walk around starving, unable to get the spoon in their own mouth. But if only they would pick up the food with a long spoon and feed someone else, and that everyone did that in hell and actually showed love amongst each other, hell would, it would be a transformation. It wouldn't be hell anymore. And here's what you see, like this same thing, like everyone's climbing over each other, climbing over women and older people so that they can get there. You don't see this in the Christian world, at the churches.
Yeah, of course not, because we're not fucking savages. That's the other side of it. So the stupid people will act in stupid ways, and the Muslims prove that fucking every day of the week here, to be honest. So we've been sold out to the Muslims. That should be evident to anybody here in Britain now. And this is your future. This is what we've got to look forward to. The savage lands of rape and fucking rubbish, to be honest. A lot of rubbish. Again, Birmingham, to be honest, has already began there. So, yeah, I look forward to the ruination of Britain here. It's well underway. I mean, I'd say we're over 50% of the way there now. But the ruination of Britain is well underway here. And I think we're all well aware of who's causing it. So that's the news here. That's absolutely the news. Britain will be ruined primarily and predominantly by the Muslims. I'll leave it there. Peace.